Today's video is actually sponsored by the Transparency Podcast, who are members of the No Limit Eddie Patreon. If you want to get shouted out in the beginning of these videos, join the Patreon as well, which is linked in today's video description. Shalom, it's No Limit Eddie back with another video. Today's video is titled, Probably You Will Fail, right? So I had a comment the other day, which was pretty funny, and they were like, you're ruining, I think it's you're gonna ruin the Go Back to Africa movement. And I thought that was quite funny. I asked him to explain, but he never replied to the comment. But in a lot of ways, I do feel like I'm a villain in the whole let's go back to Africa movement, mostly because I tell truths and I tell them in a means and a method of it is what it is. So I think it's important for me to disseminate this information regardless of how people receive it. I believe that my job is simply to put out the information. How, if you decide to take heed to the information and use it, great. If you decide to ignore the information and not use it, that's on you, right? But my job, I'm not judged based off of how people take the information and use it. My job is basically to give the information out. And so I'm doing something called Nonstop November, where I'm posting a video every day in the month of November. And I'm getting a lot of my inspiration from my comment section. And so from time to time, I'll see people comment basically that, the reason why people fail is they don't have a plan. And basically, I see people basically trying to, in a way, push people down to raise themselves up. Like, I'm going to be better than them because I'm doing this. And I want to address those people in today's video and let you know basically like your plan is going to fail, right? You're making plans for a land in which you have not set foot in. You're making plans for a land, you're making plans to live in a land that you have not lived in. And so the information you're getting is all secondhand information, regardless of if it's from an official government website or if it's from a person who's there on the ground. Your information you're getting is not firsthand, like I've done it before, so I know this is how it works, information. And so while you may have a plan going in, you're going to get punched in the face, right? And the reason why I use that terminology is Mike Tyson has a quote, and it's pretty famous. You probably know it. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. You're going to get punched in the face whenever you land in this country that you're looking to land into and go into. And the question is not about how good is your plan. People get married, they have no plan of getting divorced, but 55% end up in divorce, right? So a plan doesn't mean that much. What matters more so than a plan is your ability to adapt, your adaptability, right? So if you put your full faith and your full trust in a plan, more than likely when you get punched in the face, it's gonna throw you off completely, and you're going to really begin to reevaluate all the choices that you make leading up to that point. And so one thing that I want to stress and one thing that I want to communicate is that having a plan is great. You should have a plan, but you should also make sure that you're adaptable and that you have adaptability and flexibility. Because some people are going to get punched in the face and they're going to have ego and a pride of, I'm going to stand here and take these punches in the face and you're not going to knock me out. Okay? There's going to be other people who have the same, who get punched in the face, but after they get punched in the face, they're going to say, ooh, I didn't like that. So they're going to dodge, they're going to slip, they're going to shoulder roll, they're going to counter, they're going to do different things in a fight to avoid this continuously getting punched in the face. And I don't know if maybe you guys are into boxing, maybe you're not, but Floyd Mayweather, he's always accused of running around the ring, but it's without argument that he is one of the best defensive fighters, in boxing history. And the other people, and he was able to escape boxing in his career with all of his faculties and a whole lot of money. There's other people who kept getting punched in the face who didn't come out with all their faculties. And so, adaptability, you know what I mean, is very important. And I think boxing kind of illustrates that. Just being able to move and to groove. And I say that a lot of my videos, maybe, and that's kind of a better way to give an analogy of it, to move and to groove. As life throws punches, as life throws obstacles in your way, you move and you groove. You know what I mean? The destination stays the same, the end goal stays the same, but your path to reaching it may change. And so that's something to keep in mind when you're here on the continent. And then the second portion to that, the whole I'm better because I'm going to do this type of mindset is dangerous, because Africa is built upon MBK, my brother's keeper. That is the foundation of the continent. And if you come here on a mindset of solo dolo, I'm gonna do everything by myself, you're going to run into an immense amount of pitfalls that really could have been avoided simply by having associates, simply by having a network of people. In the States, I want a new phone. Okay, I'm gonna go to Best Buy real quick and grab that. I want a pack of socks. Okay, I'm gonna go to Target real quick and grab that. In most of these countries that you're going to be coming to here on the continent, there is no Walmart or Target or Best Buy. Like you're getting stuff from little small shops that are very obscure. You know that you don't even really know are there because let me go Google Maps. Working about the Google Maps is almost invalid. You know what I mean? In a lot of these places, and so you need a connection. Oh, I want to get some fluoride-free toothpaste. Let me hit this group. Let me ask them, or let me hit this person. Let me ask them. You're gonna need like a network of people and different things like that. And that network of people is also gonna need you, right? And so it is I think you call it symbiotic, or I don't know how you call it, but a relationship. I learned this in biology a long time ago, but a relationship where both aspects need each other, right, in order to function as a complete unit. And so keep that in mind. Don't try to come here on an elitist mindset, on a I'm gonna do everything myself. I don't like people, I don't trust people mindset. The people who kind of go off that I don't like people, I don't trust people mindset have a real difficult time on the continent. So that's something I want to illustrate. A big portion of adaptability is having income coming in consistently. If you want to know how I've been able to maintain myself for the last 8 months here on the continent and then the last 14 months in general, I suggest you go ahead and click the link in my description and get my course, enroll inside of my course, 9 to 5 on my grind, where I teach you guys the step-by-step method and business model that I use personally, and my sister also, Nola Michelle, uses personally to fund a lifestyle over here on the continent and make consistent and steady income online, which I know is kind of a stress point for a lot of people in their plans of coming to the continent. Is how am I going to sustain myself financially? Click the link in my description and enroll in the course today and get that information. You know what I mean? From somebody who actually looks like you, from somebody who has done what you want to do, who's doing what you want to do, and things of that nature. So see you guys in the next one. Y'all willing. Peace.